Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. So if you're even thinking about a new air conditioner, you've probably heard that 2025 is bringing some big changes. It can feel a little overwhelming, right? But don't worry. Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and focus on one option that's really starting to stand out. Let's get into it.
So here's the big question that everyone's asking, from folks like you to the actual technicians installing these things. With all this new tech and all these new rules, why are so many people pointing to Goodman's R-32 systems? It's a great question. And you know what? The answer is surprisingly straightforward.
Yep. The answer really is simple. It's not one single magical feature that makes it the best. Instead, it's a powerful combination of a few key things that, honestly, just make a ton of practical sense. So let's break down exactly what they are.
All right, first up, Section 1. Let's talk about the cost. Because let's be real, for a major purchase like an AC unit, the conversation almost always kicks off with the price tag. And this is an area where Goodman really gets your attention right away. Goodman's biggest advantage, right out of the gate, is its cost. It's just a whole lot lower than other top brands. And we're not talking about a small discount here. It's a really substantial difference. But what's super interesting is that the savings don't actually stop with the unit itself. This right here, this is the hidden savings. The refrigerant, the lifeblood of your AC system, is a huge part of the cost. Goodman systems use R-32, which costs less than half the price of the main alternative, R-454B. And that's a massive deal, because it doesn't just make the installation cheaper. It means any future repairs, years down the line, are going to be a lot less painful on your wallet.
Okay, so it's more affordable. I know what you're thinking. What's the catch, right? Does that lower price mean you're getting a machine that's, well, less reliable? Let's jump into Section 2, because the answer is actually pretty compelling.
So what's the deal with their performance? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is that they're made in the USA. Now, that's not just some feel-good talking point. It actually translates to better quality control and a more reliable unit. And maybe even more important, it means you get better long-term support because parts are just easier to find. You're not just buying a box. You're buying into a system that's built to last and is easy to fix.
On top of being super reliable, these systems are really efficient, which, with energy costs these days, is a huge deal. This is where you'll hear a new term getting tossed around a lot, CER2. It's basically the new gold standard for how much you'll save.
So what in the world is CER2? The easiest way to think of it is like MPG for your car, but for your air conditioner. It's the new, tougher government standard for measuring efficiency. All you really got to remember is this. The higher the CER2 rating, the less electricity the unit sips to cool your home. And that, of course, means lower energy bills every single month.
This brings us to our third major point, being ready for the future. I mean, buying an AC system is a 10, 15, maybe even a 20-year investment. You want to make sure the choice you make today isn't going to turn into a massive headache tomorrow. And this is where that R-32 refrigerant we talked about becomes so incredibly important again. Because it's being adopted so widely, it basically future-proofs your investment. You know that for years to come, technicians will know how to service it, parts will be easy to find, and maintenance will be simple. You avoid the massive risk of getting stuck with a system that uses some rare, expensive refrigerant that nobody wants to touch in 5 years.
Okay, so let's tie this all together in our last section here. The Goodman advantage. When you put everything on the table, the lower cost, the solid performance, the high efficiency, and the future-proof design, a really clear picture starts to emerge, doesn't it?
A quote like this just says it all. This isn't just theory. This reflects what's actually happening out in the real world. Contractors and homeowners are choosing this path because it just makes sense. It checks all the critical boxes. It's affordable, it's efficient, and it's American-made.
So as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. For your next AC, what's your #1 priority? Is it the upfront cost? Is it the long-term energy savings? Or is it that peace of mind that comes with knowing you're ready for the future? The really cool thing about this option is that you don't really have to choose. Thanks for watching The Explainer.